Ex-chairman Daniel Levy, Bloomberg are reporting that former Spurs chairman Daniel Levy has hired a law firm to assess potential litigation against ENIC as he considers suing his former business partners after being unceremoniously thrown out of Tottenham, according to people familiar with the matter. Investors looking at buying shares in Spurs risk walking into a complex civil war over shares, accounting reviews, and intertwined family trusts, according to people who have worked directly with Daniel Levy and the Lewis family. It just seems like a mess, doesn't it?
So
Seems like an absolute mess. Yeah,
God, he's going to sue us for every penny we've got, knowing Levy. I mean, I don't know how to respond. I don't know what to think about. I don't know if he has a case or not. I mean, if he does, how much is he entitled to? Is it going to be a case of, was it unfair dismissal, or are we going to be forced to reinstate him? Imagine. Oh my God.
I don't think he knows if he has a case or not, and I think he's obviously hired a law firm to see if he has a case.
But he must think he might do.
He might think he might do.
I'm not saying he does, but he probably looked at it thinking, I'll probably have a case here. Let's hire a lawyer and see what they think. And I don't know what the outcome of that would be. And with that whole hang over us, obviously that could prevent any future sale for the time being, which is a headache we don't need. Yeah,
and obviously I think maybe the Lewis family might be putting pressure on Levy to sell his shares, and he might not want to sell his shares.
Yeah.
That could be a situation going on as well.
The whole thing. Ugh. This whole ENIC, I mean, the Levy split, as much as I'm happy he's gone, it's not exactly gone as we hoped, and it's just caused more problems at the moment.
But they say his former business partners, but surely they're still business partners because they still got shares in ENIC together. They're still business partners in ENIC, aren't they?
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'd assume.
Levy's just sitting there so bitter in his mansion, being like, how can I get much more out of these guys? Like, has he not made enough out of Tottenham Hotspur?
Exactly. Just come on, let it go. Just out of our misery.
Just float away, man. Just float away. Go to the Bahamas. Enjoy the rest of your life. You don't need to win everything, man. Every sort of negotiation and thing you have to win, man. Just let it go. You've earned enough money.
It's easy if you'd say, if you can't get an extra 10 million out of this job, or whatever it is.
He was the highest paid chairman over how many years in the Premier League?
For when he was here, 20 years.
You know what I mean? It's just like, this guy has got like, how much sitting in his bank account? The guy made a fortune. Probably more than any other chairman has ever made in the history of the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Just float away, man. Just let it be. Ah, Jesus Christ.
But it's ENIC he's suing, so why do you care? I thought you liked seeing them on the back foot.
I do like seeing them on the back foot, but if he takes ENIC out for everything they have, it's going to infect Tottenham massively. Florian Plettenberg is reporting that Tottenham are monitoring the situation of striker Nicolo Tresoldi from Club Brugge. Other top clubs like Dortmund, Leverkusen, Arsenal, and other top Serie A clubs are all monitoring the situation, and Club Brugge value him at 25 to 30 million. Another young striker that is making waves in the Belgium league this season.
I don't know much about him. Maybe De Zerbi can get the best out of him.
Yeah, it's kind of the similar signings that Brighton would make.
Maybe maybe we can trust De Zerbi with them. Tresoldi.
Yeah, I wonder how influential De Zerbi will be in the recruitment process and the transfer not negotiations, but the transfer decisions.
Well, I don't think he was that involved with Brighton. I think Brighton have their own thing going on, don't they? Marseille, I think he did, because when I look at Marseille and who they've signed and the kind of players they have, it seems very kind of like very different to kind of the players they signed before. So I kind of feel like he probably had a bit more of a say at Marseille, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how involved De Zerbi was, but I do know one of the reasons that he left is because he wanted to go for a different kind of profile of player. You know, they wanted to carry on bringing in these like up and coming young players and, you know, buy cheap and make them stars, and he wanted to go for more established players to take Brighton on to the next level. Yeah. So that's what we want at Spurs. I mean, it's all very well and good buying these up-and-coming players, but we've got enough of these up-and-coming players. We need players that can step in and do the job right now. But yeah, that is all the news regarding Tottenham Hotspur as of right now.
Well, we actually released our financial results today.
Oh, apparently doesn't look good, does it?
Does not look great.
I don't know what it means for us, though.
Well, nothing good. Where is it? Spurs Army did a good sum up of it. So, as the financial accounts, our profit increased by 7%, but actually the loss after tax increased from 26 million last year to 94 million.
Does this take into account Champions League revenue and after winning the Europa League, or is this...
No, it wouldn't. This is from last season.
Right.
So it takes into account winning the Europa League, but not Champions League revenue. That will come into this season. Next year. We'll know that next year. The main thing that's been... The gate receipts went up, because obviously we had... This is comparing a season we had no Europe, when we finished 5th, to last season we had Europa League. So the gate receipts went up from 105 million to 126. Obviously we had no UEFA money, but we actually only earned 35 million for winning Europa League. It's not terrible, but it's not exactly... I think you get more than that just from qualifying in the Champions League.
Yeah.
One of the big decreases was TV and media revenue, 165 million the year before to 127 million last year.
Why is that?
Because I'm guessing we weren't picked for TV by Sky as much, kind of thing, because our league games were just a nonsense last year. Like no one was watching us. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of. We weren't paid as much. Like maybe globally as well, there weren't as many teams showing Tottenham, because from like January, all our league games were pretty much dead. So that has an effect. And also maybe the prize money for where you finish in the league, where does that fall under? Is that TV and media?
No, I don't think so. I don't know where that would be.
Because where would that fall under? It wouldn't be commercial. It wouldn't be UEFA. It wouldn't be match receipts.
Maybe there's another pool that they're...
I don't think so.
They
I think that's
haven't.
it. I think
I don't know.
that's what adds up to 100.
We need a financial expert to come and tell us all this kind of
Anyone
stuff.
in the chat? Anyone in the chat? Where would the prize money for where you finish in the Premier League fall under? Because if it's paid by the Premier League, no, it's not paid by Sky, is it? It's paid by the Premier League. But then is that not coming from the broadcasting rights? Is that not coming from the broadcasters pay Sky these massive amount, and then the prize money comes out of that pot? Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. We need a financial expert.
So anyway, operating expenses rose from 450 million to 520 million. This was driven by staff costs, hosting larger number of football matches and stadium events, and continued technological advancement. So because we actually made a loss, our debt went from 772 million up to 831.
Wow.
So we made a bigger loss. We had a loss of 26 million last year, and now we made a loss of 94 million this season. So not much profit going on. And I wonder this season, will that continue considering our league performance? Although in a weird way, the fact that we're actually in a relegation battle compared to it being a dead like last season, maybe the media revenue won't be hit as much. Because
we did make it to the last 16 of the Champions League.
And we made it to the last 16 of the Champions League, so UEFA prize money will go up.
But you also get money every time you win or draw a Champions League game as well.
Yeah. So, that's the same with Europa League, isn't it? But it's not much.
No, but it's a lot more in the Champions League.
So, UEFA prize money will probably be more or nearer maybe the 70, 80 million.
And I'm pretty sure that you get money for playing in the Super Cup.
Yeah.
That would have been big. So I suspect that this year won't be any, assuming we stay up, that is.
Yeah.
That it won't be anywhere near as big as that loss because of the Champions League.
But yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, comes from whatever sponsor is FA. What are people saying in the chat? Total football operating revenue.
All I care about is how is this going to impact our ability to sign players, and are we going to be stringent at PSR and stuff like that? That's the only thing I really care about.
It's not great for PSR, but I mean, because I think it's what you can't lose. What was it, 100 million? Or is it 100 over a 3-year period? I think they changed it though, didn't they? They changed it.
$105 million over a rolling 3-year period.
But didn't they change the rules recently?
Aren't they doing with PSR anyway?
That's what I'm saying, they're changing it.
But I don't think it's come in yet. I think it's still PSR as of now.
Well, what was our? It depends what our profit and loss was in 2023.
Yeah.
Because right now we would be over 105 million loss, but
yeah,
I think we might have made a profit the year before that. I don't know.
I don't think we did make a profit the year before that. What year would that have been?
2023.
'22, '23.
Yeah.
Pre-tax loss of 95 million, it says that year. Post-tax loss of 86.8 million that year.
I don't know how this works. That surely that means we're over it, unless it's changed, unless we've somehow changed things around somehow.
Yeah, look, I think it's completely stupid to talk about this because we have no idea how it works, to be honest.
Well, those are the figures.
We need to bring on a financial expert to talk us through this. Anyone want to come on and talk about this, then you're more than welcome because we have no clue. That's the reality.